That's right. It is the Air Force Veteran Intel Specialist, the one you call on when you need to get the job done, and your friendly neighborhood Red Dog. Which means only one thing. This name up here, it's not Chaz and Friends. Why? Because Chaz ain't here today. So what are we gonna talk about today on Red Dog and Friends? So we're gonna talk about, did Ricky Stark shock the NXT in the wrestling world? What about CM Punk's inclusion into WrestleMania 41's undisputed title match? Also, is Michelle McCool really Hall of Fame worthy? Also, you might get a topic or two in there that's not on the original card if you were paying attention to us on Twitter, TikTok, IG. If you were looking anywhere, we might throw some things at you that you just didn't expect. But tune in to all that and more here at Red Dog. And in the words of Chaz, holla at ya, boys!
The following program is a collection of idiots talking about happenings in the sports entertainment world. It is meant to be comedically informative. The opinions expressed on this show does not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their bosses, platform, or whatever network they are on. There may be some out-of-pocket things said on this show, because this is how we talk to each other. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further. Your homies. The 3 Count Podcast. P.S. Please do not sue us.
Hit him with a 3 count. Pin him to the ground and the crowd go wild, man. Now know we out.
It's not even a show today. That's right. Hi, it's your friendly neighborhood Red Dog, and this is Red Dog and Friends.
I am the champion, Red Dog, hear my call.
The following program is
Y'all don't gotta hear that all over again. You don't, that's not necessary. So yes, welcome to Red Dog and Friends. I think that was good. But let's introduce you to my friends. You see him right now on the second row. Normally he's not on that row. He's normally flipped. But it is Lord Twitch of the House of Graves.
No, he's muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
Oh, yes, I am muted. Hello, how's everybody doing today?
What's up? Also, right below us, you catch him every Thursday whenever he wants to do his show. It is the Villains Lounge. He is the host of it. He is also the host of the Villains Lounge watch-alongs and all that greatness. He was also there the first time that the first Megalodon took on the first beastly killer whale. As I've come to hear, it was an incredible match. But he is the supervillain, Damien Fatal.
Yeah, that's how I learned how to swim.
That's one way to learn.
Yeah, no, it is. Since black people can't swim. Yeah, that's how I learned. Yeah, tossed in the deep end.
Nice.
You gotta call the match. I needed the paycheck. You gotta do what you gotta do, So I mean, that's how I learned how to swim. So
no. I understand.
Top
So, well, as I alluded in the intro, Chaz isn't here. He's actually booked at Fight, so best of luck to PI representing up there. They're in the tag team tournament that's going on. So big ups to those guys, and hopefully they bring in Dubs back. I don't want to say hopefully because they should be bringing Dubs back. They shouldn't.
They don't. They're not allowed to come back home. You know my philosophy.
I 100%. Also, I forgot the banner part. I knew I was forgetting one thing. Boom! You guys get the, our warning label on the bottom because we're going to say a lot of out-of-pocket shit today. It's just going to be a thing. So, if you guys do, always go follow us on, YouTube, follow us on TikTok, subscribe to us, follow us. Check us out on that stupid app called iHeartRadio, iHeartRadio, or however the thing is. Pick up our merch on foryourwear.com, or even pick up our merch on the ProWrestlingTees.com. Just, support your boys. We here. We trying to do a better show. We're trying to run, do better things. Also, don't be surprised if you just randomly start seeing links pop up on our webpage because we want you guys to buy the merch that we're pushing too. So, check out all that kind of stuff. Also, check out the schedule because, Chaz is talking about it numerous times where, you're going to get our live shows on Sunday, the replays on Tuesdays. You're going to get the Villains Lounge on Thursday or Friday, whenever Damien decides he wants to put it on. And on Saturday, you are getting Now Entering the Ring. So, also this week on Now Entering the Ring, you're going to be getting Trace Parker, Mr. Too Nice, your grandma's favorite wrestler, will be on the podcast this week. You guys can check it out, and you guys will get a big clip of that on Wednesday, I think it is, or something like that. And then on Monday, you guys are going to get the big clip of whatever we decide that we think is be the most fun topic that you guys get to check out, and then peep out the rest of the show. So, with that being said, who cares about the rest of this? Let's talk about it. We're going to do temp check because I know Chaz didn't put on the list because he gives us a list of everything he wants us to talk about, and we're not going to follow it. So, temp check is what we're going to do. For those who don't know, temp check, we choose our hottest, our coldest, and our match of the week. So, let's start this off with Twitch. Give me your hottest, coldest, and your match of the week. As he's like messing with us.
Yeah, I had technical difficulties. Sue me. Coldest of the week. I don't really have one. Don't you? This is my coldest of the week.
I can give you a whole list of cold.
Of course you could. Shut up. My hottest of the week, Chris Bay all day. If you guys did not see, Chris Bay is standing on his own now.
And walking.
Awesome.
And walking.
Yes, and walking.
Walking.
Shout out to Chris Bay. We hope you have a great recovery. My match of the week. My match of the week comes from NXT Vengeance Day. Stephanie Vercur and Fallon Henley had an amazing women's North American title match. This match just really drives home to me that the women's division is not only stacked, but really in good hands.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%. Damien, what you got?
All right, so my hottest, I can't really pick like one, so I'm gonna give it to all of NXT. Vengeance Day Up and Down was like hot as fuck. Like Trick and Eddie Thorpe, banger of a match. Fraxium versus Briggs, and I don't want to mess up dude's name.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to mess up his name.
I know.
But yeah, that tag match was off the hook. Having that new 4-man team pop up twice.
The Shield 2.0.
Yeah. The new Nexus. The new Nexus. Sorry. My bad.
New Nexus.
Nexus. Yep. Obafemi and A-Town Down Under, and then that fucking fatal 4-way. God damn. And then of course every match was fucking awesome. So my coldest, AEW Grand Slam. For one reason and one reason only. Lack of advertisement. And just like big ups, I'm gonna give a little quick shout out. Big ups to Tony Storm and Mariah May. I heard that match was fire.
It was a good match.
And I just feel bad that it wasn't on a bigger stage. I get it that it was, in another country, but come on, Tony. Come on.
So I will say this, right? Because I did watch Grand Slam. As far as a lack of advertisement, 100%. Yeah, it get moved venues. Yeah, it was definitely crazy. Tony going out there and getting booed. Yeah. But all the matches on there were actually.
That's what I heard. I heard the matches were really good. It was just lacking in those little departments that could have probably made Grand Slam more grander.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm not saying that the talent is cold. I guess we'll just go with Tony is cold. For the lack thereof.
With that.
My match is going to be from NXT Vengeance Day, and I'm going with the main event, the Fatal 4-Way. Those sequences that those women were pulling off. The referee earned his paycheck last night with all those pin attempts. Those women fucking killed it. I feel like the women actually, both women's matches were off the charts.
Yeah, 100%. All right. So for me, my hottest wrestler of the week. First, I'm gonna throw like a special hot wrestler of the week in Chris Bay, just because we've just acknowledged, this man who was paralyzed, was up walking around. So big ups to him. And we wish you, the best and continue to, pray for you and think about you and in your recovery. So, want to give a lot of love out for you for that. Uh, but outside of Chris Bay, my hottest wrestler of the week is gonna be it's Damian Priest. This man just had a fire match on SmackDown,
Yeah, he did.
and getting ready for the Elimination Chamber, especially when we were looking at someone like Jacob Fatu, who was all over SmackDown. Looked like he was going to be the guy going into the Elimination Chamber, but obviously, there might be still plans for him to be there, but he's not there. But Damian Priest came out on fire. He looked good coming out of the match, and him and Cody had like their little thing, and then, that was it. So I liked it. I liked it a lot. My coldest wrestler of the week, MJF. Like,
All
let's keep
right,
it.
I can understand that.
Keep it.
I can understand that.
Where we going? What we doing? You know what I mean?
The Homer spot.
Yeah. What we
I
doing?
heard about that. I didn't actually physically see it, but I heard that he. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Just not it. Just not it. And my match of the week, actually, man, it's gonna be that trios match that was on Dynamite with the Undisputed Kingdom.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that shit was
Yeah.
hot. That whole match was fire.
That was a solid match.
Loved every bit of it. I thought it was great. I thought it was greatly placed. Definitely got the crowd hype. So I have to give a lot of love to that. Yeah. But you know what? It's gonna hurt me to kind of say this. I want to give a coldest match as well, if that works.
Yeah.
Here.
All right, we can do that.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and just throw that Raw Netflix match main event. Sorry, Ray. I love you to death, man.
Oh man.
You can work with the best, and you do save a lot of matches. But man, it was just so hard. It was so weird to see Logan Paul out of step, and it's almost as if like he didn't have a lot of time to prep for this match. Which, to be fair, welcome to the Indies, because
Right.
that's something we do all the time.
I didn't get a chance to see that match. Was it like that? Was it sloppy?
Oh, dude, it
There
was
was
sloppy as
Yeah,
fuck.
there was a lot of sloppiness in the main event. Like, just
It's to go off of what Cliff's saying, man. It's very rare that you see Rey Mysterio look out of time, and and I know Logan Paul is still semi new to this, but like you said, Cliff, the way he was just out of time, missing spots, like it just man
like
that
at one point in time, like Ray ducked under for like, and just like an international, right? He was ducking under so that Logan could leapfrog over top of him, and Logan also ducked, so they both just kind of collided.
looked like a bunch of rams just going right at it.
Yeah. And so then, like, Ray, like, and the thing is Ray covered up a lot, right? Like, he,
Yeah.
one spot they hit, Ray grabbed the wrist, boom, took him to the ground, got on top, right? But it was just, there was a lot of clunkiness to the match in the main event. And, it's like we said, Ray can work with anybody. And, in this match, for the most part, dissecting it from, I don't want to say like our point of view, right? But we can tell when something just isn't working.
Right.
But I mean, if it's blatant to the fans, like, yeah, you
Yeah.
know it's not working. And unfortunately, man, like, I gotta throw that. I mean, I would call that my trash match of the week if I had a chance to call something.
They had a really good, but they had a really good match for the United States title. That's why I'm surprised.
Yeah, dude, this was not that.
Damn.
This was the polar opposite.
Yeah,
Yeah, I actually missed that match.
yeah.
That
Well,
was a
when you
good
get a
thing I
chance to
did.
go,
Yeah.
go watch Netflix. Go watch Netflix.
Yeah, there you
Watch
go.
it back, and you can see it yourself, and you can be like, oh wow.
Is it bad that I was really hoping for like a backstage attack to take place just so this wasn't how Raw ended?
But it ended in a weird way anyway, because the New Day came out and blasted Ray, and then it went off the air. Like,
Yeah. Shout
Yeah.
out to the New Day.
a lot of people, yes.
New Day.
a lot of people were asking me too, like what my opinion was on Raw going over to Netflix, and the one thing I was telling a lot of people, um, it's it's still finding its footing. It's still kind of
It is.
clunky, and I knew the first episode would be that way, but it feels like since the first episode, it's kind of gotten worse, like as far as like production wise goes.
I
Like
didn't want to
everything.
be the one to say that.
Well, here we are.
Man, no, I wholeheartedly agree with this. It it feels like something's missing. It feels like everybody's not firing on the same cylinders like they were when it before it went to Netflix.
Yeah,
I don't
It's
know
the
if it's
timing.
added pressure or what,
I
but
feel like it's the timing. I feel
it
like they
is.
might be rushing themselves a little too much when they don't have to.
Right.
I
Because
could be.
it really hasn't been 3 hours since it's been on Netflix.
It hasn't gone past 2 hours, and I think the longest is
Like two and a
35
half.
minutes. Yeah.
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 Like we're looking at 2.5 hours most weeks. So I think it's really them finding the timing and trying to realize like we don't have to rush. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
100%.
I
Because when
feel
it's
like
on
they're also
SmackDown, because SmackDown doesn't have that problem.
no.
And I think
And I
because it's on
well,
network television, it makes sense.
also think that also you put in the fact that like they switched from the 3 hour format to a 2 hour format to a no time format.
Hmm.
So like I feel like it's like oh shit we kind of got to get back because they started doing good with the 2 hour format. It just felt like something like it ended too soon
Yep.
because we were so used to the 3 hours, but it was still tight.
Yep.
So I think it's just trying to figure out
It's that
the
timing.
timing. Yeah, I think it's the timing more than anything, and I don't disagree. It just feels like something's missing.
All right. Well, real quick, here we go. What's up,
What it,
Keith?
what it do?
Welcome.
What
It's
up,
good to
man?
see you. It's good to see you. So let's get into our first debate topic. Now, it's been no secret. There's been some AEW cuts, right? We talked about the WWE cuts. AEW also had some cuts. 3 individuals: Malachi Black, Rusev, aka Miro, and then this man who made his shocking debut at NXT. So was it really that shocking that Ricky Starks debuted in NXT? Was it like earth shattering, or was it just kind of like expected? What are you guys' thoughts on it?
I think this was expected. I don't think it was as earth shattering as they would have liked it to been, but that's partially, I feel like, to blame the internet wrestling community because they have a habit of ruining fucking everything. Uh no, I think this was good to see. Uh we knew he was going to end up in WWE regardless.
Yeah.
So NXT, I think it's pretty good. I think I would have preferred they maybe done it at Vengeance Day, gave it a little bit more time to, blow over. But all in all, I don't think it was. I don't think, regardless of when he would have shown up, I don't think it would have been earth shattering, regardless.
What's your thoughts, Damien?
All right, so like Twitch said, everybody knew he was going once he was gone. However, the surprise shock of it was that the fact that it was like 24 hours after it was known that he was gone and showing up like the next night. That I think that was the shock that it was so soon. Like there was no chill, no wait. Like he was just there. I thought the promo was fire. It was a nice surprise. It was a nice surprise because it was so soon. Like we've been expecting that man to leave AEW for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like we
But
knew he
wasn't
was
it
gonna.
like right after he dropped the tag titles, the AEW tag titles? Like we didn't see him. We didn't see him again.
Yeah, exactly. So like it was kind of like like you said, the IWC ruins everything for everybody. But at the same time, like I said, the shock was the fact that it was so soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we knew it was going to happen, but when?
Right. 100%. Real quick though, I want to put this there. Chaz just jumped in. He's like, "You're."
Shouldn't you be at a show,
That's it.
sir?
about to pull the heist of the century, y'all. You
Okay,
better.
hold on. Why are you sitting us telling us the final results for whatever you're doing? That's fucked up.
Yeah,
Shame on
Ass,
you.
keep your mouth shut, man.
yeah. The IWC boy out here, man, sitting
I
ruining
know.
Shame,
everything.
Ruining
shame
shit.
on this man.
We shouldn't be surprised. It shouldn't be the heist of the century. It should just be a
Right?
well-known fact. Out here spoiling shit like you was watching Captain America: The Brave New World, asshole.
Oh, I
Anyway,
had somebody ruin part of that for me on fucking Snap.
nah. Uh, Chaz tried to say something. He was talking about one of the scenes, and I'll tell you guys after, and we'll joke about it. 'Cause I don't want to root for y'all. But
We're
it was
not
just
the
funny.
internet wrestling
Yeah,
community.
we're not, and we're
Nope.
not the Marvel internet wrestling community either.
Oh man,
Exactly. They're just
The
as
Marvel internet community either. All right, so my opinion on this, was it shocking to me? I think it was pretty shocking, just the fact that, again, to Damien's point, that was 24 hours after AEW announced that they had released these. Well, they didn't really release them; they just dropped them off their page.
yeah.
So to just see them randomly bloop pop up out of nowhere, see Ricky pop up, I think that was the shocking part. But it wasn't earth shattering. I mean, I've been following Ricky Stark since I think NWA when he
okay.
won the U.S. heavyweight title. So I've been kind of following from that long. So to know that he was going to jump to AEW and then work there, and then that man was just putting on fire match after fire match, and fire promo after fire promo. So it was only a matter of time before he was going to show up to the E. I think having him debut at NXT on CW was probably a miss because I would have rather see him pop up again at Vengeance Day and then cut a promo, talk about, call whatever out, but who are we? What I mean, we don't run this. Sean's running it, and he thought that was the best time to pull the trigger. So cool. I guess it is what it is. But I really think that you had a bigger opportunity being on Vengeance Day on the Peacock Network, showcasing how much of a big deal Ricky Starks is to the community. So
Well,
it kind of
let's
is what
think
it is.
about this. Everything that was shown at Vengeance Day
Hmm.
with Jordan Grace showing up, this new group, that would have been a lot. Somebody would have gotten lost. We still got a promo from Ricky though too
Right.
on Vengeance Day saying he's signing his contract this Tuesday. So I can see why he decided to put it on the regular NXT show
Yeah.
just so it wouldn't drown out anybody. But you're right. It probably would have hit a little bit harder if it was at Vengeance Day.
I was like, it's on CW, and I don't have CW, so I don't get to
Me
watch.
neither.
Yeah, so I have to
I can
find a way
watch
to
it.
stream it. I have to find a way to stream it.
I can watch it by using my VPN.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you have a VPN, and you should too.
Yes.
Not that we're out here being sponsored by anybody to use a VPN, which ExpressVPN, you should definitely hit us up, and we can definitely talk about collaboration.
Yeah, yeah.
That's your plug. That's your free plug. All right, so we're gonna hop into this part. Everybody loves this segment. I love this segment. It's your favorite segment, my favorite segment, everyone's favorite segment of and Friends. It is.
It's Damien's Dumb Ass of the Week.
I got two, and it should be no surprise.
Well,
Tony Khan and who else?
Actually, I got three. Sorry.
and it
Oh,
should be no
okay.
surprise.
I got Tony. Come on, you know he was going on there. Look what he did. Jericho for that dumbass interview with what was it? With CVV.
Oh yeah,
Look, did y'all catch that?
I didn't
I
catch the
did
interview, but
not.
I saw
This fool is totally in denial about his own horrible vortex of doom. That he refused to take any fault in it, and how terrible he is.
It's not his fault.
It is his fucking fault.
It's not his fault. You're a hater.
No, I'm not.
You are.
And
Um,
American, was it American beer or whatever the hell?
Oh, here we go. Yeah,
real American.
yeah. American beer.
Yeah, for hitting a lady in the head, causing a gash in her head.
I saw that.
I can't blame completely Hawk because they don't know if he's the one that threw it. So
I'm just saying, why are
blame
you
him.
waiting a year? Because this didn't happen. This happened last year.
This did happen last year. It happened like what, last summer?
Yeah,
I
you
believe it
waited
was.
a full year.
Um, I mean, maybe she was trying to figure out if she really needed to do it or not. And sometimes it takes a little while to find somebody to take the case too.
That part I do understand.
I feel
Like,
like if somebody came up to you and said, "I'm suing Hulk Hogan and his beer," anybody's going to jump on that.
you'd be like,
Not when you got WWE tagging in behind.
really, brother?
Is WWE really tagging him behind though?
They own part of the company
They do.
at the moment. At the moment, they
Yeah.
might renege on that real
I'm
soon.
just saying you might want to hold off before you put their name in with that. 'Cause
Look, as of what, last Saturday night's main event, they owned part of the company.
I'm just saying we may see that logo disappear quicker than the Fortnite one did.
So we might, we might.
It's very true.
Oh, man.
Very true. Twitch, you got anybody?
Dumbass of the week? No, not really. Tony Khan, but that's lack of advertisement for Grand Slam and other egregious reasons. But
and getting booed.
man, out the building.
Out the building, he got booed.
You got
I
anybody?
mean, I think for me, it'll always be the IWC, just because there's
Right.
always something stupid
Yeah.
that they talk about. So I mean, this week you guys might get the pass though, because I can't really think of anything stupid that the IWC has done.
I don't
They
think
ruined the
they've-
Ricky Starks debut.
It did ruin the debut of Ricky Starks.
You get no pass from me, IWC.
I don't know if they did anything egregious. Let's put it like that. Like, oh god, I do have one more. Dave fucking Meltzer. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Hey, what did
Oh
what did
my
Uncle
God.
Dave do?
This Uncle Dave has definitely got dementia.
Oh, well, we knew that.
This man said that the Young Bucks are the best tag team of 2024. And I don't know fucking how, because what the fuck have they done all last year?
It's not even just that; it's the fact that he put them at 1, and then it was like AEW tag teams were like 4 and 5. One team was like from Japan, and then like Faxium was number 2,
Yeah.
which
In fact, they should have been number 1.
Faxium should have been number 1.
Like, hands down.
Well, we know that he
They have more matches, more title defenses, and
Just because the Bucks named their finisher after you doesn't mean that you gotta be like in their pocket. Like
right?
you legitimately are just holding their pocket right now, and that's
Yeah.
crazy to me. It's just, yeah. I remember that was one that I wanted to talk about too. Is Dave and that his tag team list of like AEW and then like 2 other companies, which doesn't make sense because although I do agree that WWE's tag team division right now is just kind of lackluster. Like, I mean,
A little
really,
bit. A
you
little
kind of
bit.
have to look for, I mean, I know DIY, SmackDown, the War Raiders, right, for Raw, but Max, you have 2, like Max was 2 you talk about. Like that.
Cliff. Maybe it's just my end, but your audio is cutting in and out, like
Yeah,
fading.
it is.
Is it me or is it just that I'm so far away from Mike? They
It-
probably could.
it-
No,
like-
I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
you.
Dang.
There
Okay,
we
that's
go.
It's terrible, but yeah, so I decided I'll scoot up a little closer to the mic. But I think part of it too is Dave just like the fact that we can't get there. I understand like that Faxium is the tag team right there, man. And like they like you guys said, they've put in like tons of work, tons of matches, tons of title defenses. They're still champs. Like how
Right.
you sleeping on that squad? Like almost a whole year of just holding the titles. Weren't they number 1 for PWI?
I think so.
I'm
So-
fairly certain.
I mean,
And this is what surprised me. We haven't seen the Bucks on TV for at least 6 months or longer.
yeah, once they dropped the titles to Private Party, like they were gone.
They're gone.
And this is nothing new.
And they weren't really on there to begin with when they were champions.
Right.
No.
Okay.
They had how many matches as champions? 3, 4,
4
if
that I
that,
can remember.
Facts.
And then before that, what were they doing really?
Catering.
So
Just chilling in the back.
I don't fucking get it, man. I would have rather Private Party had been put on there.
Yeah.
I
At least
think
they
at
were
this
doing
point we just have to accept that Dave Meltzer
is dipping his
opinion.
toe.
Well, not that, but like Dave Meltzer's opinion, like it's always going to be the Bucks are number one. AEW is doing nothing wrong. So at what point do we just be like, all right, well, fuck what you got to say, honestly.
Let me
I
tell
think it
you what
also
this
goes
reminds me
into.
of. Go ahead, Cliff. I'll let you go first.
I was saying, it also makes me think that, like Dave, I don't know. I was reading somewhere on the IWC. Hey guys, uh, Dave just, he's not getting the same credentials that he's been getting, that he's had like from the early 2000s,
Yeah.
late 90s, early 2000s. And so like his opinion is kind of starting to wane off on people. Like we're just not seeing him. He's not the same dude that we like hold in the highest regards, because there's a lot of other YouTubers out there and a lot of other people who are doing what he's doing, and we're holding it to a better,
Standard.
like, yeah, a higher standard, right? And I think when it comes to Dave, like pardon me, Dave's kind of like the gold standard of like everything, and he's not really that person anymore. Like
No.
when you got guys like Chris Van Vliet, who's in the business, and I know Chris Van Vliet's not a dirt sheet writer. He's not that person. Ryan Satin, another person who gets all this stuff. They have better connections into the company. They get better information from what's happening. It's Sean Ross Sapp, another person. There's your free plug, Sean.
Yeah.
So I just think that at the end of the day, it's just not it, Dave. Sorry.
This reminds me of something that happened in like the late early 2000s with a certain magazine called the Source magazine. Dave Meltzer's kind of reminding me of Benzina,
Yeah.
and because it's like what the Wrestling Observer, like it was kind of like it was like wrestling's Bible almost, like,
Yeah.
and now it's. I'm not gonna say what I want to say. I can't say that, but you get my point. It's like Scientology now. I wasn't gonna pick that one. I was gonna pick something else, but um, yeah, I love my mother-in-law, so we're gonna be nice.
The Mormons.
I don't know if any of them are watching. They might.
So
They're
you guys
always
go
watching.
through. You guys can vote on who you guys think is Dumbass of the Week, as we put up there. Chris Jericho, Tony Khan. Who's the other two that we chose? Dave Meltzer
and
IWC.
Real American Beer.
Real American.
Oh yeah, Real American.
Yeah. So at the end of the show, I'll read what we got so far. So you guys get to go through, pick it out, talk to us about who it is. But we're gonna move on to what I think is gonna be probably our favorite topic. We talking right here. CM Punk, the 3 Count Podcast's favorite Phil. It's been rumored now that he's going to be the, in the, I don't want to say the main event, but he's going to be battling for a certain championship. So how are we feeling about that? I don't care who want to go first.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Hey, man, go.
Yeah, I'll go first. I don't know. I'm not mad at it because I keep hearing different things. Like he's going to be involved with Roman and Seth, or he's going to be involved with Cody and possibly John Cena. So I'm not mad at either or, if that makes any sense. Um, like it doesn't bother me. It doesn't cheapen anything. I just want to see him wrestle at WrestleMania because it's been a while. So I think if he's in there with Cody and Cena, it'll help Cena not feel overwhelmed, if you know what I mean. Cena's getting up there. He's on his retirement. He knows that he's not what he was like 10 years ago.
Right.
So this will still make Cena be able to look like the Cena that we know, and still be a lot of fun. Where you got Punk and Cody picking up the blunt of the work. You know what I mean? So I think it'd be a fun match. Like I think Punk being inserted that is helpful to John Cena, so he's not trying to pull out like the match of the century.
Yeah.
with like a singles match. So I'm for it. Like give me Punk, Cena, and Rhodes. I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna say something on here that it's not even. I don't even know. Some people will agree with me. A lot of people are gonna disagree with me. I don't think Cena should be in for the undisputed championship anyway.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. You're not
No,
wrong.
like
You're not wrong.
I don't think he wins the elimination chamber. I don't think he does. I think if he breaks 17, I think he breaks 17 at SummerSlam. I don't think he does it at WrestleMania. I
I
just
don't
don't
see
see it
that either.
happening.
I don't see it either. It doesn't need
Mm.
to.
It doesn't need to. Yeah, he doesn't need it. Like he doesn't need the WrestleMania moment, right? So I think it should have always been Punk. How we get there, I don't really care. But it should be Punk and Cody, especially after that promo where they were both going back and forth on Raw, on Netflix a while ago.
Yeah.
That promo was so cool when he was just like, "Yo, I got good news, I got bad news for you. Here's the good news. Blah 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 blah. You're getting tired, and some other cat's gonna be coming up while you're coming down." And he's like, "Well, what's the bad news? It's me. I'm the one doing it." And I was like, "That it's kind of fire. I
It
kind of
was.
like that." So, and I just don't think John is the. I think John and CM Punk at SummerSlam for the title is the right move.
That
I
would be
want to see that. I want to see that happen. Um, I just don't. I know a lot of you fans out there want John Cena at WrestleMania. I know you do because you're like, it's John's last chance at WrestleMania. This is his moment. Blah 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 blah. Doesn't matter. No important. It should just be Punk. He's been working his ass off all year, and Punk said it. One of those guys, just said it. He's going to be in the elimination chamber while the rest of them have to compete. Kind of sided with CM Punk on this. I was like, he should be able to just step in, and I don't think John should win the elimination chamber. Right? Like I said, I think ultimately I want to see CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes for the title. Headlining night one is what I want to see.
That's solid. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I don't want to see John Cena in the main event of WrestleMania. Unpopular opinion, nor do I want to see John Cena win the world title. Let's face it, you have already told us at the end of this year you're gone. So that right there tells me this title run is going to mean probably next to nothing to you. You're going to make it seem like it means something, but let's be serious. If you win at SummerSlam, how long do we give you until you lose it again? You're not going to be champion from SummerSlam to end of the year, maybe, but unpopular opinion, I think you're taking the opportunity of somebody else by putting yourself in the main event of WrestleMania.
When he won 16, who was that on?
Mm,
Was that the transition title that he lost at Elimination Chamber
I'll
and
tell
Bray
you
Wyatt
right
took
now.
over?
Yes, I want to say yes.
Because I felt like he won it at the Rumble and then he lost it at
At Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber. And that's when Bray won it for the first time.
Yeah.
I think
Damien, are you Googling that?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
I think that's right.
He won
I
it at the
agree with you.
Rumble,
And lost at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah,
and I'm trying to find out where he lost it. When he lost it.
he lost to the Bray at the Elimination Chamber.
I think you're right.
Yep.
No, I remember that distinctly because I remember spoiling that for Anthony. So after he won it, I was like, yo, he's just gonna drop an Elimination Chamber. And it happened. And he was like, why would you ruin that for me? I was like, bruh, it was just, wrestle
That's all
talk.
this is going to be.
No, it is.
That's
It's going to
that's
be a
all this is
transition.
going to be is a transitional title reign for you.
Yeah.
And if that's all it's going to be, I'm not here for it. This is already your last year. No more after this. You've said that numerous times. And we haven't seen you since what, Royal Rumble?
You know how short it said that one was?
Like 28
Was it
days.
like 3 weeks?
14 days,
Yeah.
Huh.
2 weeks.
I
That
Yeah.
was
just
crazy.
Yep.
John Cena, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk as the main event of WrestleMania doesn't sit well with me. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes as the main event of WrestleMania is what we need.
John Cena could be match number 2 of night 1. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
listen, we love Big John. We love Big Match John, but Big Match John ain't been around in forever. And that last match that we had with you, 1-on-1, Austin Theory at WrestleMania, was not it.
It wasn't that good. You're right.
There was a lot of misfires, a lot of missteps, and it just didn't sit
It
well
was
with me.
dog shit.
Yeah, and then we're talking about putting you into a triple threat. So for what? So that you can win the title? Nah, I'm good with him. Like I said,
So
I'm good
you
with him
don't have
winning
to
it.
carry the workload.
Yeah, I'm good with you winning it at SummerSlam, and even if you carry it for a pay-per-view or two, you go to Saudi Arabia and drop it. I don't care, but I'm good with I'm good with him. If he doesn't break the 16, right? I'm good with that. If he does, I'm also good with that. At this I at this point, like, I think we've ridden the journey so long that I'm just kind of like, I'm here for it.
Right.
But the funny part is we all know it's gonna go from, if Cena was to break it, it just goes from Flair to Cena to Flair,
Yeah.
because that's what we're already seeing. Like, the writing's already kind of on the wall. So,
Yeah.
and then Cena's gonna have to shake the hand of a Flair because that's what he said. But
And Twitch will lose his shit.
Oh, are you mad?
Bet on that.
but yeah,
Oh,
I think to go back to our point though, CM Punk, definitely I want to see him against Cody, undisputed title. I think it makes sense, and I'm here for it. And that's the one thing that Punk's been wanting to do, is like chase down this whole, I want to wrestle the main event at WrestleMania, and now he gets the opportunity. So you get the main event, night 1, of what you at one time called what do you call it, a four night main event
right.
Yeah.
of buy one get one free tickets.
He did say that at one time.
He did say that at one time, but I'm here for it. So I hope we get to see that. CM Punk versus Cody. I like that. So listen, while I like chopping this up, we're gonna definitely pop this one in too. So I'm gonna take you off, CM Punk, and we're gonna go with one thing that a lot of us like to do. We're gonna go into push and bury. We get to push one wrestler, we get to bury one. I'm gonna let y'all for this week who you want to push and who you want to bury. I'm gonna be front. I'm gonna tell you right off the back, burying Jake Paul, Logan Paul
Burying
getting buried.
Jake
Both Pauls, but Logan Paul definitely. Hey, sorry Logan, that match this week was dog shit, my guy, and I'm gonna blame you for it because I've seen Ray work with everybody under the sun. He had killer matches with the Great Khali, and I mean, like,
We all know how hard that was.
yeah. So,
I
that's gonna be my one berry.
I agree. Barry Logan Paul. Rey Mysterio is a legend. I don't blame him for that. I blame you. I'm with Cliff.
Yep.
I say Barry Biggie.
You know what? I'm glad you said it because I was gonna say it too.
This man,
I was
right
gonna
here.
say it too.
Especially after this man played a villain in a TV show in his
Yeah.
rightful place too.
How are y'all? What has me so confused is how y'all are just now finding this out. Like, I brought this up 2 weeks ago.
I guess I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know he
Yeah,
was playing a villain.
Man,
Yeah,
like the week that show came out, I was like, y'all need to look at this.
I guess you're right. I guess I missed that, dude. My bad.
yeah, it's
Cause
definitely my fault. But yeah, watching him play bulldozer on the your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man and hearing him talk about burritos, I was like, my dog.
right?
Like, why are you playing a bad guy? I was like, and now you trying to act like you so innocent. Nah, I can't have it, man. I can't have it.
Nope.
Can't have
Nope.
it.
Big E needs to be
Somewhere,
buried.
somewhere, Dean is sitting in a corner, knowing that Big E is playing a bad guy, going like, "Damn it, Twitch, Cliff, and Damian were right.
Right. They was right. Yeah,
All
yeah,
along, they were right."
question everything. Question everything. Was the New Day right? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they were. Spoiler.
Yes, they
Who you got for
were.
push?
100%. For my push, hey, yo, let me get Jacob Fatu. Always. On
Okay,
point. Yeah, gotta be Jacob.
Damian.
Who you Jordan Grace?
Jordan
Mm.
Grace. Okay.
Not bad, not bad. I like that.
I'm looking forward to that. I want to see that. I want to see more of it.
My push is a former wrestler. Shout out to the Road Dogg for his new position as a co-head writer on SmackDown.
Yep, 100%.
Right?
Shout out to the Do Double G.
Yeah, buddy.
Congrats,
I like
bro.
it.
I'm liking
Big
it too.
congrats.
He deserves that one.
Oh yeah, for the
Like, would it be
second
wrong
time.
for me to say that I also want to push, like, Chris Bay? Just, like, push his name out there? Like,
No.
no, I only say that because it's like, I don't want to make it sound funny where someone's like, yo, do you want to push Chris Bay? Like, first of all, no. I want to give him a lot of love, is what I want to do. And I want to say it
Oh
again.
my.
Because y'all didn't think about, like, how I was thinking about it, just in case.
No, but I get it now. I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
Touche.
no. Yeah. Again, for him, just getting up, being able to walk around, just determination, and big shout outs to, I don't know if you guys saw Brittany Brooks, just up there, just continue to show her love and support for him too. And I just want to, I just want to give a lot of love to them. We have one right here, gentlemen. What's up, Mr. Golden? He says Barry Drew, sick of the whining, and Carmelo can't agree with it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Burritos are better than bootios.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. He said push hook. Nice. And oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Push Ariana Grace.
Mm,
I enjoyed that
Okay.
little segment that she had and what she's been doing in TNA too.
yeah,
I don't know. She got it from her dad, dude. Like that character is fucking great.
100%.
Over the fucking top, just like her dad. And then to have her and her dad in the same segment,
Yep.
I was in stitches. I love that. I love that girl. She's spot on. She's
I
gonna be
loved
crazy.
I love the segment that Santino and Ariana did where Santino put on the crown. And he was like, "Well, I miss your sister, and we are twins, and I just wanted to see her face." And he's got a big ass beard. It's like, come on, man.
This man strikes gold every time he
Yo,
opens his mouth.
every
Every
time.
time. Every time. Dude, I can't get over the badge.
Yeah,
Director of Authority. The badge. The badge. And he wears it proud.
yep.
Proudly. It's great.
He's doing amazing. Yeah. Santino, also, you deserve a push too.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, his daughter she's like right there with him. She's gonna be something special, I think.
Yeah. When it's time, she's gonna bloom. It's gonna be amazing to watch.
Yeah, it is.
Can't wait. So let's talk about our third debate topic because you guys get a fourth debate topic because we break all the rules when Chaz isn't here.
Ooh.
Yeah, we do.
So we're gonna get to our third one. Michelle McCool recently announced for a Hall of Fame, and the question really becomes: is she worthy of that Hall of Fame spot? I will tell you this right off the rip. Chaz got mad at us because I told him that we were going to do a fourth debate topic because that was not going to be a question because I'm pretty sure we all agree, like, hands down, Michelle McCool is worthy of a Hall of Fame spot because of
Yeah.
just her pedigree alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's no doubt in it. Like let's just take out the fact that who her husband is, because that
Yeah.
has nothing to do with it. Look what her and Layla did with the
Yep.
women's championship and it being broken in half. They're the greatest women's co-champions like of all time. Michelle McCool can still go in there and work. Hop in the barricade to jump into the Royal Rumble.
Just classic moment. And let's not forget that she set the bar for eliminations in a Royal Rumble
Yeah, she
on the
did.
women's side in the first Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
When she threw out 6,
yeah,
like she was a
Yes.
whole monster, bro. Like
yeah, she was.
you can't tell me nothing. I'm just like that's not happening.
Yeah,
Not
to her.
happening.
Yeah, she deserves this. Give her flowers. And anybody in the IWC that thinks different, come see me.
No, she shouldn't. It's because she's the Undertaker's wife. You bum. I got something to say about it. What's up, Damien? I'll
All
come
right, come
see
see
you.
me then.
I'll
Come
come
see
see
me.
you.
I'm
No,
up in
of
the
course
mountains.
she does, right?
It was
Like,
funny
every
because
Only black guy in Utah. I'm not hard to find.
I believe that.
Twitch in the chat group said that same
I
thing.
know, I saw that.
And I was like, all right, 3 debate topics it is.
No, this is how this even became a topic. Chaz,
Chaz. Because what's Chaz going to
is
say?
beyond me.
What's Chaz
Chaz
going to
Chaz is going to let all of us go and then be like, "No, y'all right. Of course
right.
she does."
Yeah. I just wanted to put this in there because, I wanted... Shut up, Chaz. Actually, that's who
We
else
just-
goes in my push. Michelle McCool.
Right? Give that woman her flowers.
Yeah, I was like, not even just that, right? Well, she was in an era of wrestling that just women's wrestling wasn't even considered it was considered a pee break, man, and
It was.
people were sticking around and watching Michelle McCool work. So
Yep.
come on now, stop it. When you think of the Divas era, right? Michelle McCool's name is always floating around that conversation, and she was wrestling before women's wrestling was really taking off and the revolution ever started. So yeah, hands down, when you think about that Divas era, Michelle McCool, Layla, AJ Lee, that's who you think of. New Bella,
Yeah.
Nikki, Ambry, whatever. But those are the names you think about, and I'm just I'm here with it. So Michelle McCool, definitely.
The fact that you said the Bella's names with a straight face.
I had to bite my lip. I did what the Undertaker did with the Godfather. It's just like, just don't smile.
Like Alicia Fox around during that time. There was a lot of women wrestling around then.
It's so crazy because I feel like she definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, and we don't appreciate Alicia Fox enough.
Right?
Yeah.
I know she left bad terms.
Yeah.
But again, you can't speak about that time without Alicia Fox.
Yeah.
Because she was putting
in any era.
Yeah,
you
she
can't.
was putting work while she was there. She was putting in the work.
And to bounce off of what you were saying was people underestimate her. I feel like it's because you can't bring her name up without only really thinking of the times where she was given that shitty gimmick where she just was crazy and
I thought that was
off the deep
entertaining.
end. What?
I thought that was kind of entertaining.
I thought it was too, but how many of the casual wrestling fans are going to change channels, see that, and be like, "This is what I want to watch"?
I mean, I get what you're saying, but it showed a different side of what she was doing.
No, I agree.
And let's be real, Alicia Fox in real life is a bit out there.
Yeah.
So it wasn't far from home. So it kind of it was believable. I'll put it like that. It was believable.
I'll say this.
Yeah, that it was.
I'll say this. So when it comes to Alicia Fox, right? She was there before it was even the Divas era.
Mm-hmm.
So she transitioned from the women's wrestling to the Divas era to the Revolution and Women's Evolution, and she was there for a while, hanging and banging, still growing in her talent. So I had to say, man, I think that next year when they talk about people who deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, I still think people who deserve in the Hall of Fame this year. I think Alicia Fox should be in the conversation. Should definitely be talking to about it. We're gonna move into some of these comments really quick while I pull it up. Here we go. Push Piper, yes,
I
100%.
agree.
Piper Niven, yes. This is actually kind of fun. Our Truth better than Santino? How would you feel about that?
Oh,
Ooh,
ooh. I love both so much though.
yes.
I
I
don't
think
know. I don't know if I could do that.
I think for every Santino moment or for every R Truth moment, you could find a Santino moment that you enjoyed
Yeah,
just as much.
and
Whether
vice
it's
versa. And vice versa.
yeah. I think oh man, I would say R Truth is equal to Santino. I know that R Truth has been around a lot longer, but man, like Santino just had moment after moment after moment after moment. And our truth's like, stuff that he did with uh Lil Jimmy, right? Talk about having a fear of ladders, of arachnophobia. Like, there better not be one spider on these ladders at all.
Bringing out the ladder during the Royal
The
Rumble.
Rumble, trying to insert himself.
The thing that makes me say our truth over Santino is the longevity.
Mm, I can agree, but I think the impact that Santino had, like,
Is
yeah,
monumental.
yeah, it carries
Oh
just as
no,
much.
it's crazy. Look, our truth was able to break Brock Lesnar.
This is true. But to be fair, John Cena also wasn't one for breaking,
That is true. And
and
Santino broke
Santino
it, did
broke
break
him.
him too. So
Okay, Mr. John
Sheamus.
Cena. John Cena. Like, I'll never forget that.
Sheamus
Shima.
was another
Sheamus.
one.
Yeah, he
Sheamus.
broke Sheamus. Sheamus.
It's
He
because you
broke.
have a no pigmentation.
Pigmentation. Sheamus. Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, the stuff that he did with Beth Phoenix. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, impact wise, I think I would also agree. But then even when you look now, like, Santino doing the stuff at TNA, like,
right,
he has his comedy bits, but he has his whole serious bits. And
he
then even
does.
his serious bits leave the comedy bits and then leave you in stitches. So, I mean, like, Santino. Listen, our truth, like, I think he dressed up as Marilyn Monroe one time, didn't he?
Yep.
I
With
think he
Yep.
does.
Carmella.
Yeah,
And
Yep.
then you have Santino and Santina. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard. It's hard to like argue. I would only give our truth the edge because our truth follows me on Twitter.
I ain't mad about that one.
No.
All right.
I'm just saying we didn't get Mr. Sacco and the Cobra face off from our truth.
That
That's
is
We
true.
true.
did from Santino.
He says no worse than Coco or Hillbilly Jim. Which is true. Do the Bellas get in the hall? Yes.
Yeah, they deserve it.
Unfortunately.
I don't want to. Yeah. Going to Austria instead of Australia. This is true.
Yeah, that was great.
That was funny. I do agree with that. And I think that if you had Santino in WWE about the same time, like Santino would never make it to Saudi Arabia. Like
No.
he would think that he was there and he would just end up like in some other country that
Right,
he thought was
no other complete.
yeah.
Oh, I would love,
He'd go to America Samoa thinking that he was in Saudi Arabia, like something like that.
dude. I need to
Like
see Santino and R-Truth in a segment now.
He'd have
yes.
ended up in Nevada thinking he was in Saudi Arabia.
He might have.
Sierra
All
Nevada.
right, TNA WWE. I need you to make this a thing.
Make this a thing.
Um,
Make this
R-Truth needs to
crossover
go
work.
back to TNA. He was TNA champion, so I mean, was he? No. Yeah, he was
He was the NWA champion when he
NWA
was on TNA.
champion, but before
Yeah.
TNA got the TNA championship. So
Yeah,
yeah, they need to let him go back. Let's let him go back
he is
one.
a former champion, so you could definitely
Yeah.
run that.
Like I need to see
Run
them
it back.
interact. I need to see them interact. That's on my wish list now.
Well, go back to R Truth, man, when he was talking about Akira Tozawa, when he was just like, "Oh no, he just yeeted all over himself." I think R Truth, like, R Truth is hilarious, man.
He's a
But it's
national
like,
treasure.
yeah, he
So is
is. He is.
Santino.
And the funny thing is that Santino's Canadian. He's the only Canadian I like.
Look,
That's not true. That is not true. You like Chelsea Green.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. But
There's
she's also married to an American.
Okay, so you get like half a point for that then.
Yeah, that's right. So, I don't like half of her. You know.
there's a couple of Canadians. I like Josh Alexander.
I mean, yeah. See, but now no. I don't want to give Canada any more love than they already have.
What?
No,
We
you're
just
fine.
beat their
No,
ass
you're
in
fine.
hockey. Fuck them. I don't care.
Man, oh man, man,
We
oh
took you on the ice.
man.
We took you in your own sport, and we took you in 3 of the fights right off the rim. I don't care what anybody got to
The moment the puck dropped, just fuck it. We just gonna
Certainly.
fight.
All right, so this is gonna be the part of the segment that we all three are gonna end up having a lot of fun talking about. So Chaz put this up as an original topic because we're paying attention earlier this week, and then he took it off and tried to tell us that we could only do Michelle McCool, and I told him to fuck that. We were gonna do this. Who is the GOAT faction? The greatest of
Ooh.
all time.
Oh God!
faction. Here we
Oh.
go. This is what
Before
it's
we
gonna
get into
be.
this, how much thought have y'all put into this?
Not much, because I'm gonna
Not
have fun
much.
swinging for
Not
the
much. Because
fence.
every time I looked at it, I was like, "How the fuck are we supposed to come up with this?" Like
I
I can,
put a week's worth of thought into this.
like
Well,
I
go-
can only come up with like eras of the
Mm.
greatest factions. I don't know if I can come with an all time.
Mm, mm,
It's like it's
mm, I already know where I was gonna lean, so I'm gonna let you go. Twitch. Go ahead,
Go
man.
ahead. Nope, go ahead.
Okay.
I need a moment.
All right, I'm gonna give you a moment. So all three individuals. So the faction I'm gonna go with, right, only has 3 individuals. All of them are in. Well, actually, 2 of them currently are in WWE. 1 is in AEW. All of them have held world titles. All of them are all Grand Slam champions in WWE, right? One of them currently is an AEW champion and was a former New Japan world champion.
No,
And I'm telling you right now, if you don't think it's the Shield,
no.
I don't know what to tell you, because these guys, at one point in time, they are the only faction where all 3 members held the title within less than 5 minutes.
That is true. That is
All of them
true.
had them. So tag team championships, United States championships, intercontinental championships, tag team championships, numerous tag team championships, multiple championships in and out of the ring. It's hard for me to like find another faction where all 3 guys are over, and they're all 3 doing different things. And when they came back together, they were just as much of a force together as they were individually. So to me, I have to say, man, the Shield.
Damien? Damien?
Oh, hold on. Give me a second.
I'll give you 2.
I am stuck between 2, and it's just because they are from my time, like directly from my time.
That's
Like,
not
as
fair.
a-
Okay, listen. You're gonna have to pick a more current time, because the pharaohs of ancient Egypt,
Bro, what are you
we didn't
talking
get
about?
to see them.
Sand was his time. Sand and darkness.
just because you were around when glass was first made by accident with sand and heat. Like,
I just want to know, Damien, who discovered
man said-
gunpowder?
yeah, this man said Orion's belt is the greatest faction. I was there when it was made.
Hercules, Theseus, and Perseus, the greatest 3-man faction of all time. I'm stuck between the NWO and DX.
Mm.
They still
Okay.
get referenced today. They're still selling fucking t-shirts. Dude, you know how many times I have spent in detention by crotch chopping? or being told to turn my shirt inside out for having the New World Order t-shirts. Holding up the Wolfpack sign. So like I'm gonna have to go with those 2. Like just Those are the two. Like I can't pick one. NWO might be a little bit bigger, but yeah, it's got to be it's DX and NWO for me, hands down.
Okay, that's solid. That's solid. Mine's gonna piss people off.
Ooh,
Specifically this guy right here.
Yo.
ooh, what do you get ready to say?
The Jericho Appreciation Society. No. In all realness. Well, that's all it took to get rid of him. That was easy. I agree with Cliff with the Shield.
I hate you.
Hold on. With as far as title reigns and merch sales, I agree with Cliff. I agree with you, Damien, that as far as still being sold merch to this day, NWO. This is why I say this is a three-way tie for me, because the group I'm about to mention has made more stars in the longevity that they've been around, and that's Bullet Club.
That was gonna be one of mine
Kenny
too.
Omega, both Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Prince Devitt, whatever you want to call him. Like the list goes on.
Good brother.
Merchandise sales.
Everybody.
Exactly. To this day, no matter what show you go to, I guarantee you will see at least one Bullet Club shirt.
I feel that.
Across how many different promotions? New Japan, WWE, TNA, AEW. Like the list goes on.
They're everywhere. I think
They're everywhere.
even in like Mexico and
Like
they got like it's almost like a biker club. So no, I don't disagree with you that.
As far as global reach, I go Bullet Club.
I feel that. I
ain't mad at you on that one.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I just think when we look at the impact of everybody, though, right? It's gonna be hard to say that when the Shield, right, doesn't have one of the biggest, if not the biggest, impact. Period. I do agree, though. DX and NWO definitely belong up there, right? Especially because NWO ended up branching out with the Wolfpack, NWO 2000, NWO in New Japan, right?
Yeah.
Which was actually the precursor to Bullet Club.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, impact wise, yeah, I think I can see where you can get off saying NWO. I'm just saying that if it wasn't for CM Punk saying, "Hey, I want to start a faction of these young guys," and then, you know, I know he wanted Chris Hero, but getting Roman, and then the things that those guys are doing, it's hard for me not to say that these guys are it. These three guys, because we still look at they're still tearing down the roofs now.
Yeah, yeah.
Saying, and we're whether you want to say they're getting close to the end of their peak or whatever, right? They're I don't know.
I don't think they're getting to the end. Actually, I feel like they're all three have just started
at the start of their peak. I don't think.
Not the start of peak.
That's what I'm saying.
Start of that, like not the start of their peak. Like this, the start of
the decline.
Getting bigger. Like the three of them are doing some crazy shit.
Yeah, I mean they are doing crazy shit. I mean, and they continue to evolve. They get over, right? Everything about them, right? I can definitely appreciate. I just think when it comes to it, impact wise, I think you see more people who talk about the Shield versus guys who are talking about Bullet Club. I do agree though, Bullet Club definitely has an impact. I just think more people will talk more about the Shield than they will about the Bullet Club.
My issue about putting the Shield up there is the same issue we have with other topics, i.e. John Cena being the best in the world, is without WWE, where is the Shield? It's not a thing.
It's not a thing, but Dean Ambrose and Tyler Black were a thing.
Oh yeah. I don't disagree with that, but
I mean, wasn't Tyler Black right before he got in? He was an ROH champion.
Yeah.
Yes. Much like Punk, I believe he ended his career ROH champion.
Yeah.
Yep. So I mean, And I know Dean was doing his thing in John Moxley.
CZW.
He was doing his thing in CZW. So I mean, like, here we have these guys who are over, like, on the on the indie scene over, and then they crossed over and they just became bigger stars. So it's
I agree. It's hard. It's
it
hard
is.
because everybody's going to have a different opinion on this.
Yeah,
Well, and it's funny because Mr. Golden brought up the Horsemen.
I thought about them as well. It's just I feel like it's not fair. But then again, without the Horsemen, we wouldn't have half the factions we got now.
But you
Let's
see, I think though at some point, like, the Horsemen are the bar, and then people have to exceed that bar.
That is
You
true.
know what I mean? And I think when you look at the Shield and you look at DX and NWO and Bullet Club, all four of those
Evolution.
Evolution. I
Evolution.
mean, and I'll even throw New Day, right?
Yeah.
All
New Day.
all those guys have passed what the bar is now. You know what I mean? What the bar is. And
Evolution.
I'll say horsemen are the bar, like they are. But
Yeah.
and putting them as the goats is not a thing anymore because when you look at it, and I'll say this, right? When you look at it, Rick and Arn were the horsemen. Everybody else was replaceable. I
Yeah.
mean, just look at the different evolutions of horsemen.
Tully, Ole, Lex, Barry,
Dean,
Benoit. And I
Malenko.
know people are not happy about me saying that. Mongo.
Yeah.
Uh, God, who
But
else?
when you look at and this is why when I think of factions, I think of like guys who were just like the hardcore originals. That's
Yeah.
it, right? Were they big stars? Like, were they all big stars? Were they all on the same level? Rick was the Four Horsemen. Let's just keep it a buck 50. And a lot of people are gonna
Yeah.
be like, what about Arn? He was the enforcer. Yeah, great, cool. But when I think of the Four Horsemen, I don't think of Arn Anderson. I
I
think
think
of
of Ric
Ric
Flair.
Flair. I think
You
of with a tear in my eye. Right? That's what I think about. I think about those moments. But when I think of the Shield, it is hard for me to say it was just Roman or it was just Seth or if it was just Dean. Now we
right?
can agree that whether you want to say Dean was the third on that order, that pecking order, right?
Yeah.
But between 1 and 2, you're not. It's Seth or Roman. Like, but regardless, all three of those guys have similar pedigree. Like,
Yeah,
all of them.
yeah.
So where are we going with this? You know what I mean? And I think when I
You
look at
know, and agreeing with you on that, looking at Bullet Club, the first person that comes to mind is AJ Styles, and that's not even the original leader of Bullet Club.
nope. And to be fair, neither is Prince Devitt. And Prince was the guy he wanted. They asked him to start the faction, but when they pitched the name originally, Tamatonga was the guy, and then
Mm-hmm.
Prince Devitt.
Yep.
Like, so, and now look at all. And the funny part is that the majority of those guys are all in. Yeah, all those guys are in now.
Right.
But yeah, and not to persuade, not to push off of like NWO, right? But when you think of the NWO, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Hollywood Hogan, those are your three. Those are big three. And then everybody else after that, it was just so many members. And that's
There
where,
was
like,
there was too many.
yeah, you kept it nice. And the funny part is like, I think those three, like, they were clearly, that was it. That was the guys. But Kevin Nash, with all the charisma that he had, Hulk Hogan was over with the crowd, especially when he traded over to Hollywood. And then Scott Hall was just the too cool guy, man. The dude gets hit with a soda in the face, and he just takes it and just rubs into his like hair. Like, bro,
But see,
a
even
moment.
then, Hogan wasn't the original member.
He was not.
Sting was.
Yep.
Hmm.
And it took a lot to convince him he was all for it until Hogan was like, "I'll do it."
Yeah.
So I just think when you think about those kinds of, and like DX, I mean, it was Shawn and Hunter, right? Triple
Sean
H.
Hunter in China.
Yep, that was it. That was the three, and then you got the new era of it where you brought X Pac into it, and then you got the New Age Outlaws and Hunter, and they were doing their thing. China, of course, still leading that thing. And now you look into like now you're just throwing in the New Age Outlaw, Shawn Michaels, Hunter, and you know X Pac, right? Now individually, we can agree New Age Outlaws, Hall of Fame worthy. Triple H, obviously Hall of Fame worthy. Shawn, Hall of Fame worthy. X-Pac by himself.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But here's what this is why I'm gonna push back though. Is there any question about anybody from the Shield?
No.
That's why I think they're the GOAT.
Dean.
Nah, Dean would.
Dean definitely.
If there was,
We
if there
talk
was
now. Hold on. Are we talking about as a solo, or are we talking about with the Shield?
no as a solo,
as a
as
solo.
a solo.
Dean.
You don't think Dean makes it in as solo?
No.
I hope there's no crack in that plan.
There is crack in that, but let's be serious.
Yo,
Dean
what?
as a solo, in my personal opinion, what are we looking at? That retarded ass Bane character he was forced to play with the gas mask? Get the fuck out of here.
When Dean, there was a lot of problems with Dean Ambrose, the character. But when they let him be the lunatic fringe and he turned on Seth, right? And
That
granted,
I
this
will
was
give you.
that night that was it was a shitty night to have him turn, by the way.
Good one.
Just gonna say that. But when he turned on Seth and he got to run as like the lunatic fringe and he was bruh, that was it. And then that was the moment that he was like, I'm just gonna be this guy and this is who I wanna be. I'm not the guy who goes crazy and rides a unicycle backwards while eating pizza with a homeless guy or something like that. What was it that Vince made him say? Some stupid shit like that.
Something dumb.
But when he came in as a lunatic fringe, he came back. He hit Seth, and Seth. Remember, Seth was laying there too, had his hand out. We can fix this, and just Dean stomped him out. It didn't matter. That was to me. That's the true character of the lunatic fringe, Dean Ambrose. Whereas I think that character gets in like he, of course, like if he was with the Shield, there's no discussion about that. But I think him getting in by himself from those moments and then his accolade will definitely.
I think he could get. Yeah, I think he could actually get in there,
I don't see it.
especially if he gets an opportunity to come back.
Oh yeah, if he gets to come back as like John Moxley /
I
Dean
think
Ambrose,
yeah, and I think he could. I think Triple H would let him come back as John.
That'd be so fucked because then his poor wife is going to be stuck in obscurity.
She's already in obscurity. What are you talking about?
That's why I said she's going to be stuck there.
Oh.
All right, let me run through these comments real quick because we got a few of them coming in, and I definitely want to highlight a couple of them. So, what about Charlotte? Does she get in the Hall of Twitch?
Fuck you.
She does.
Yeah, of course.
Which half? We talk about the Shield, just in general. He's a Horseman. Case closed when it comes to No, not case closed. Clearly, I made that. Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield. Once again, he puts in Horseman. How quickly we forget. Bullet Club flopped in WWE. Yeah, but I think but the funny part about the Bullet Club is that all of their members in WWE have taken flight, except
Yeah.
one, and that's just because he's injured right now. I mean,
My boy Tonga Loa gets no fucking love.
I know.
well, okay, let me be fair, and let's take out the injury, okay? That man had to hit Kevin Owens with 2 low blows.
I know.
'Cause he was just, I mean, he's out of position for a bunch of
Because he
stuff
hit his brother in the head.
because he punched his brother in his head.
He needs to relax
Yep.
a little.
But like,
I think that's what it was. I think he was so excited to be there that
yeah,
he's not horrible in the ring when he's in the match. He's not making as many mistakes. I saw him correct a mistake in the what was it, the War Games match
yeah.
where like he was throwing somebody in the ropes and he needed to throw him into the corner. He adjusted it perfectly, got him in there safely. He's getting better.
I agree. Because Festus had more quarters. Wow.
Talking about Gallows.
Heck,
I think so.
Gallows.
I think Gallows and Anderson, like when they first showed up, like they was on point with AJ Styles, and
They
then
were.
they let them run, and they Didn't they make fun of Big E about losing his testicles and like
Yeah.
he was lost his ball syndrome or something like that.
Yes.
But I think WWE just didn't know what to do with him Well, when they're on NXT, they were
They were
fire on
killing it.
NXT. Yeah,
And that I think is the one release that hurts because on NXT, amazing.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Main roster,
Not so much.
They
no,
just didn't know what to do with them, and then
no.
they didn't even showcase tag titles with them.
No.
You know,
But see,
and tag
what
teams.
bugs me about it is now we have Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa on the main roster, and just let them run a best of 7 series. They will kill it.
They would.
It would have been awesome just to see those two tear it up.
They would have.
I
Yeah.
said before the bell rang, Tully, Arn, Flair, Ole, Lex, and Wyndham. We see like you're naming all the members of the Four Horsemen, right? It's supposed to be 4. Like when I think like, hey, this is a group. These are the guys.
You-
2 of those guys are just the staples of that group.
Yeah.
How many titles? Maybe the original NWO, but when they started adding Virgil, Scott, Norton, and Bagwell again, as we said.
Yeah.
I mean, who? Hold on. I mean, who was the Asian in the NWO? Didn't they have? Was it
Muda.
Muda?
Yoda. Yeah.
Muda was that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, great Muda at that.
Yeah. Great.
Who was the Asian guy?
Put some respect on his name.
Right?
It wouldn't have worked with Sting. I think at the time it wouldn't have worked with Sting. I can agree with
Later
that.
on, like that later on Wolfpack Sting.
Yeah, well, Wolfpack Sting, yeah, but could you imagine like?
Him
Could you
going
imagine Sting
evil.
though? Yeah, Sting now, like, or not Sting now, but at that time, Surfer Sting like turning while Hulk Hogan was still like
Yeah.
way
No.
over.
It would have been. It would have been weird.
Yeah, it was the right move for Hogan to say, "Yeah, I'll jump on and become that guy."
Yeah.
She's already been stuck.
Yeah. We said.
Oh, yeah. Now you said you like half of Chelsea. Which half? Well, both halves are Canadian.
Yeah, Cliff, which half?
I'm gonna go with her husband. That half, the American half. Uh, not nuts. Muda, not Muda. There was who was the other one that was in NWO?
There was a couple. There was somebody else, wasn't there?
Hey, greetings from Manchester, England. What's up,
What it
Virgil?
do?
What's going on? What's going on from across the pond?
Yeah. What's going on over there?
Thanks for
It's not
joining
a
us.
pond, it's a fucking ocean.
First of all, fuck that ocean. It is a pond. What's up across the
Oh,
pond?
sir.
Oh my fucking god.
No, so yeah, I still, man, like it's hard for me not to say that, when it comes to the greatest faction of all time, that it's the Shield, man. Like it's the Shield. Like I
think
feel
there
you
is
guys.
alcohol in that
It
Baja
is late over
Blaster.
there. Now that I think about it,
It's what's that?
it's late as hell over there,
It is.
man.
It is late
It
over
is.
in Manchester, so we definitely appreciate you for jumping
Yeah.
on and hanging out with us and talking with us.
Definitely.
Or is it early?
It could be both.
A little bit of both.
No, but that's our show. Any last words about the goat talk?
No. It's just there's so many freaking choices you can pick. There's like just the eras of different factions throughout the years. It's it's kind of nuts. I mean, I can even put up there. Was it Aces and Eights? That was fun.
Aces and Eights was a good one.
Like that was a good one. I like what the system is doing right now in TNA.
Mm-hmm.
The Hart Foundation, when Brett was like completely anti-American.
The North.
Is that a faction or is that a tag team?
What? Oh
I
no,
could've swore it was a faction.
we're talking about when Brett was getting ready to leave.
No. I said the North.
Oh, the
Yeah,
North.
That's faction.
No, they were a tag
Hey?
team. No,
Is it just a tag team? I could have swore that's a faction.
No.
was there more? I
just,
thought it was just. I thought it
I'm
was
gonna need
just
to look that up.
I thought it was just
Ethan
Ethan
and- yeah.
and Josh. That's it.
I could have swore there
Team
was
Canada.
one more.
Team Canada
The
and
guy on the
TNA.
left looks like Johnny Depp. That is a wild statement because that man right there
You are fucking man. You must be
I think
high.
he's talking about you, buddy. He is definitely talking about you.
I do.
I look like Mark Wahlberg. That's what a lot of people. You got to understand, like how many. Do you know how many people? Do you know how many people stop me at the gym on the regular and will just say, "Hey, you know who you look like?" I'm like, "Nah, shoot me. Who do I look like?" And they'll be like, "You look like Mark Wahlberg." I'm like, "Mark Wahlberg?" And they're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay." And they're like, or what's the brother again? Like, oh, Donnie.
Donnie.
You mean I look like Donnie Wahlberg?
Oh, we
One
got
time-
Wahlberg
like
and
Johnny
Derek.
Depp. Wow.
One person told me I look like they're like, "You look like Mark Wahlberg." I was like, "I look like I ate Mark Wahlberg and just stealing the John Cena line from Trainwreck." It's like
I love that. I love that line.
it's so great. Yes, 100%.
I am your resident Fred Durst.
Yeah, he's gonna break stuff.
And I'm just the dark one, so you know you can barely see me. I'm okay.
We haven't unlocked him yet.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
I'm a hidden character.
That DLC is too cheap.
Yeah, it's too
I
rich
heard
for
it had a
our
lot
blood.
of bugs.
It had a lot of bugs.
I hate you. I hate you.
No, you don't. You love me.
Yo, but that is our show. So we definitely appreciate you guys coming on here and checking us out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and also make sure you hit that follow button. So the one
Don't
thing
forget
that
the dumbass of the week.
oh yeah, dumbass of the week. We gotta talk about that real quick. So with a whole total of 3 whopping votes, we got 33% of it going to Tony Khan and 67% of it going to Dave Meltzer.
You know what? I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I feel like Dave is definitely deserved that.
NASCAR driver.
Like, you know what? I'm gonna agree with all of you on Twitter. Let's give it to Dave. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was some outlandish shit.
Respectable.
Yeah.
him.
He said he gave himself dumbass of the week because he likes the Nia Jax match. That was a good match too. That match
Aw.
with Tiffany Stratton was a great match.
Yeah, that was solid.
Yeah. All right, so guys, here's what I'm gonna tell you to do. Okay, so I want you to subscribe to our YouTube channels, right? Whether it's the 3 Count Podcast or 3 Count Podcast Stream. Go follow us on Twitch. Check us out on Rumble. Check us out on all your favorite platforms, whatever you want to. Go listen to us on Apple, Amazon Music. Check us out on that stupid app with the dumb jingle that goes iHeartRadio or whatever it is. Go and buy our merch on foryourwear.com. Even check out our merch on ProWrestlingTees.com. Subscribe to all of our social media channels, whether it's 3 Count Pod or if you're on X 3 Count Pod _. Check us out, do all that stuff. Tell your mom about it, your dad about it, your aunties, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, your best friends, your cousins, and your enemies, because we love haters too. Do all that stuff, or really, just wait for this episode to end, wait for that outro, and then go choose another episode to listen to. Kawaii. What's up? It is your friendly neighborhood Red Dog, and thank you for checking out this episode of the 3 Count Podcast. Whether that was Chaz and Friends, Red Dog Friends, Damien Friends, The Film Slouch, Now Into the Ring, Now Entering 201, or Now Returning to the Ring, all those good episodes, you should really be liking, commenting, and even sharing this with your friends, family, whoever it may be. But what you all should be doing is checking us out on all of our social media platforms at 3 Count Pod, whether that's on IG, Twitch, you can check us out on Threads, whatever it may be. And if you go check us out on X, it is 3 Count _pod. Check us out on YouTube, as well as Facebook, on Rumble, on Apple Music, on Spotify, all those fun things. Tell your mom about it, your dad about it, your aunties, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, and your best friends and your enemies, because we love haters too. Do all that stuff, and then, last but not least, buy our merch on foryourwear.com or ProWrestlingTees.com. Kawaii.